Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the latest dramatic twists shaking up the lives of your favorite characters on The Bold and the Beautiful. In this in-depth exploration, we'll unravel the emotional turmoil, unexpected decisions, and heart-wrenching revelations that are set to unfold, all while diving deeper into the characters' motivations, relationships, and the far-reaching consequences of their actions. Liam's uncertainty and a looming shadow of fate. As the episode draws to a close, Liam Spencer finds himself engulfed in a haze of confusion and apprehension. After spending precious moments with his daughter Kelly, Liam senses a shift in Stephies' demeanor, a subtle tension that hints at a storm brewing just beneath the surface. The air is thick with unspoken words, and Liam's instincts tell him that something monumental is about to be revealed. This sense of foreboding is not just a narrative device, but a reflection of the unpredictability of life itself, where even the most routine moments can be upended by sudden, life-altering news. Liam's confusion is more than a fleeting emotion, it's a testament to the fragility of human existence. The juxtaposition of his joyful time with Kelly against the impending tragedy highlights the cruel irony that often accompanies soap opera storytelling. Yet, within this confusion lies the possibility of hope, a glimmer that, despite grim prognoses, miracles can sometimes occur. The show has a long tradition of resurrecting characters or delivering last-minute reprieves, so viewers are left clinging to the possibility that Liam's fate is not yet sealed. In the world of BNB, the line between despair and hope is always razor-thin, keeping fans on the edge of their seats. Stephies' emotional dilemma and the weight of truth. Before Liam's confusion takes center stage, Steffi Forrester grapples with an agonizing decision. The responsibility of disclosing Liam's devastating medical diagnosis falls squarely on her shoulders, a burden few could bear. Steffi's choice to be the one to break the news is unconventional, given their complicated romantic history, but it speaks volumes about her sense of loyalty and compassion. She believes that only she can deliver the news with the empathy and understanding Liam deserves, even if it means reopening old wounds and confronting her own fears. This moment is rich with emotional complexity. Steffi's internal struggle is not just about Liam's health, but also about her own role as a mother and a former partner. She must balance her desire to shield Kelly from pain with the need to be honest and supportive of Liam. The act of delivering such news is a profound act of love, one that requires immense courage and selflessness. Steffi's decision also raises questions about the nature of family, the boundaries of responsibility, and the enduring bonds that tie people together, even after romantic relationships have ended. Finn's grim confirmation and the medical reality. Central to the unfolding drama is Dr. Finn's role as both a medical professional and a partner. Finn's early return from the hospital is motivated by a sense of urgency and compassion. He knows that Steffi needs answers, and he is determined to provide them, even if the truth is devastating. Finn's confirmation of Liam's inoperable brain mass is not just a clinical assessment, it's a moment that shatters the illusion of safety that the characters have clung to. Finn's professional integrity is on full display as he aligns with the opinions of Dr. Grace Buckingham and Dr. Bridget Jones, reinforcing the gravity of Liam's condition. Yet, Finn is not immune to the emotional fallout. He must navigate the delicate balance between offering medical facts and supporting Steffi through her grief. His dual role as healer and confidant adds layers to his character, illustrating the emotional toll that doctors often endure when delivering life-altering news to those they care about. The medical storyline also serves as a catalyst for exploring broader themes, the limits of science, the unpredictability of illness, and the ways in which individuals and families cope with terminal diagnoses. Finn's struggle to remain composed while confronting his own feelings of helplessness is a poignant reminder that even those trained to save lives are sometimes powerless in the face of fate. The Cliff House, a sanctuary turned battleground. The setting of the Cliff House, once a sanctuary of joy and family togetherness, becomes the stage for this unfolding tragedy. The episode opens with Steffi, Liam, and Kelly sharing a dance party, a moment of pure, unadulterated happiness. Yet, this idyllic scene is abruptly interrupted by Finn's chilling text, transforming the atmosphere from one of celebration to one of dread. The contrast between the warmth of the family gathering and the cold reality of Finn's message underscores the theme of impermanence that runs throughout the episode. The cliff house, with its sweeping views and tranquil ambience, is a character in its own right, a silent witness to the highs and lows of the Forrester Spencer saga. As the walls of the home absorb the shock of Finn's revelation, viewers are reminded that no place, no matter how safe or familiar, is immune to the encroachment of tragedy. Invented elements and expanded analysis. To further enrich the narrative, imagine that as Steffi prepares to tell Liam the truth, she seeks counsel from Ridge Forrester, her father. Ridge, ever the pillar of strength, offers sage advice about the importance of honesty and the resilience of the human spirit. This invented scene adds depth to Steffi's decision-making process, highlighting the generational wisdom that shapes her actions. Meanwhile, Finn, racked with guilt over his inability to offer a cure, confides in his colleague Dr. Paris Buckingham. Their conversation delves into the ethical dilemmas faced by medical professionals. How do you balance hope with realism? When does optimism become denial? These invented dialogues provide a richer, more nuanced exploration of the episode's themes, inviting viewers to reflect on the complexities of love, loss, and the pursuit of meaning in the face of adversity. As the episode comes full circle, viewers are left with more questions than answers. Will Liam defy the odds and find a path to survival? How will Steffi and Kelly cope with the possibility of losing someone they love? What new alliances and rivalries will emerge as the characters navigate this crisis? The Bold and the Beautiful continues to captivate audiences with its blend of emotional storytelling, complex characters, and high-stakes drama. By reversing the order of events and delving deeper into the psychological and relational dynamics at play, we gain a richer understanding of the forces that drive the narrative forward. Next, we will learn about the curious case of Liam's sudden resurgence and the tangled web of relationships, secrets, and storytelling pitfalls that have taken center stage on The Bold and the Beautiful. The unraveling of a deathbed plot, missed connections and emotional gaps. Let's begin by examining the emotional disconnect that permeates the current storyline. The sight of Liam dancing with Kelly in Steffi's living room was meant to tug at heartstrings, but instead, it left a void. The absence of Beth, Liam's other daughter, and her mother, Hope, was glaring. Why is Kelly the only child receiving this special attention while Beth seems forgotten? This imbalance raises questions about parental favoritism and the psychological impact on children who are sidelined during family crises. In soap operas, as in real life, the exclusion of a child from pivotal family moments can sow seeds of resentment and confusion, potentially setting up future plotlines centered on sibling rivalry or emotional neglect. The narrative could have been enriched by exploring Beth's perspective, perhaps showing her confusion or longing for her father's presence, thereby deepening the emotional stakes for viewers. Communication breakdown. The perils of texting life and death news. Next, let's scrutinize the peculiar decision-making around how critical information is shared. When Finn learns of Liam's dire condition, he chooses to text Steffi rather than call her. In a world where immediacy and empathy are paramount, especially regarding life and death matters, this choice feels tone-deaf. A phone call would have conveyed the gravity of the situation and allowed for an authentic emotional exchange. The reliance on texting in such a scenario diminishes the urgency and intimacy that the plot demands. This storytelling choice could be analyzed as a commentary on modern communication, where even the most serious news is often delivered via impersonal digital means. Alternatively, it might reflect Finn's discomfort with emotional confrontation, hinting at deeper character flaws or anxieties that could be explored in future episodes. Plot holes and unbelievable praise, the sudden deification of Liam. Moving further, the narrative takes a jarring turn as characters who have barely acknowledged Liam for nearly 2 years suddenly become his most ardent supporters. Finn, who once disparaged Liam, now extols his virtues, joined by Ridge, Taylor, Deacon, and Brooke. This abrupt shift lacks organic build-up and strains credibility. The phenomenon of sudden sainthood in soap operas is not new, but it often undermines viewer investment when not rooted in character development. A more nuanced approach would have involved gradual reconciliation or rediscovery of Liam's positive traits, perhaps through flashbacks or heartfelt conversations. Instead, the praise feels manufactured, as if the writers are telling the audience how to feel rather than showing it through authentic interactions. This could be interpreted as a meta-commentary on the fickleness of public opinion or the soap's need to quickly rehabilitate a character for plot convenience. Recycled storylines, déjà vu and missed opportunities. Astute viewers will notice that the current plot echoes the dramatic arc from late 2023, when Eric faced a mysterious terminal illness and insisted on secrecy while pursuing one last triumph. That story culminated in a dramatic collapse and a miraculous rescue by Finn and Bridget. Now, history seems to be repeating itself with Liam. The recycling of storylines is a common trope in long-running soaps, but it risks alienating dedicated fans who crave novelty. Instead of rehashing old plots, the writers could have subverted expectations, perhaps by having Liam confront his mortality in a radically different way, such as seeking reconciliation with estranged family members or embarking on a personal quest for meaning. This would have offered fresh emotional terrain and allowed for deeper character exploration. The Hope and Beth conundrum, selective disclosure and its fallout. A critical flaw in the current narrative is Liam's decision to confide only in Steffi and Kelly, leaving Hope and Beth in the dark. This selective disclosure not only feels unfair but also undermines the integrity of Liam's relationships. Hope, as Liam's most recent wife and the mother of his other child, deserves transparency. The lack of communication could be interpreted as an attempt to shield Hope and Beth from pain, but it also raises ethical questions about agency and trust within families. A more compelling storyline would have depicted Liam grappling with the decision, perhaps seeking advice from friends or a therapist, and ultimately choosing honesty. This would have added layers of complexity and realism to the plot, resonating with viewers who have faced similar dilemmas in their own lives. Finn and Bridget, the miracle workers on repeat. Finn and Bridget's roles as the go-to miracle doctors have become almost predictable. While their medical heroics provide dramatic tension, the repetition of this trope diminishes its impact. Instead, the show could have explored the limits of modern medicine, perhaps introducing a storyline where even the best doctors are powerless, forcing characters to confront grief and uncertainty. Alternatively, Finn and Bridget could have been given parallel personal arcs, such as struggling with the emotional toll of constantly saving lives, thereby humanizing them and adding depth to their characters. The art of rewriting and expanding soap narratives. From a storytelling perspective, this arc offers a masterclass in both the pitfalls and possibilities of serialized drama. The abrupt structural shifts, recycled plotlines, and uneven character focus highlight the challenges of maintaining narrative freshness in a long-running show. However, these very flaws present opportunities for reinvention. By reversing the order of events, expanding on emotional consequences, and introducing new perspectives, such as Beth's feelings or Finn's internal struggles, the narrative can be revitalized and made more resonant for modern audiences. Invented elements and deeper analysis, what could have been? Imagine if the writers had introduced a subplot where Beth, feeling neglected, seeks out her father on her own, leading to a poignant reunion that forces Liam to confront the consequences of his choices. Or picture Finn grappling with the ethical dilemma of keeping Liam's secret, torn between professional duty and personal loyalty. These invented elements would not only add length and complexity but also provide richer material for the actors and deeper engagement for the audience. Another avenue for expansion could involve exploring the community's reaction to Liam's illness. Perhaps the Forrester Creations team bands together to support him, sparking old rivalries and new alliances. The ripple effects of Liam's condition could be felt throughout Los Angeles, with characters reflecting on their own mortality and the fragility of relationships. Next, we will learn about the evolving landscape of casting controversies and fan reactions surrounding The Bold and the Beautiful, with a special focus on the character of Taylor Hayes and the passionate debates her recasting has inspired. The unfolding drama, fans' daily anticipation and the pulse of soap opera culture. Every day, millions of devoted viewers tune into The Bold and the Beautiful, eager to witness the next twist in the saga of the Forrester family and their associates. This daily ritual is more than just entertainment, it's a cultural phenomenon, where fans not only follow the storylines but actively participate in shaping the narrative through online forums, social media, and fan clubs. The anticipation of what might happen next is heightened by the show's tradition of cliffhangers, surprise returns, and shocking recasts, which keep the audience guessing and deeply invested in the characters' fates. The interactive nature of soap opera fandom means that every casting decision, plot development, or character transformation is subject to immediate and intense scrutiny. The show's producers are acutely aware of this, often teasing upcoming storylines or hinting at major changes to maintain buzz and viewership. In this ecosystem, the role of Taylor Hayes stands out as a lightning rod for discussion, a testament to how one character can encapsulate the hopes, frustrations, and desires of an entire fanbase. The Taylor Hayes debate calls for authenticity and the search for spice. Fan commentary has become particularly animated when it comes to the portrayal of Taylor Hayes. Many longtime viewers recall Taylor as a character with a fiery spirit and a complex moral compass, someone who brought both warmth and unpredictability to the show. Recent iterations, however, have left some fans yearning for the original spice that once defined Taylor's presence. Comments like, "No more new Taylors unless they actually allow her to have some fire, some spice, and maybe let her shoot someone," capture the longing for a version of Taylor who is bold, unpredictable, and capable of driving major storylines through dramatic action. This desire for authenticity extends beyond personality traits. Fans want to see Taylor's intricate relationships with her children, especially Stephies, reflected in her on-screen persona. There is a sense that the current portrayals have strayed from the layered, dynamic character that once captivated audiences. The connection between Taylor and her daughter Stephies, for example, is often cited as a source of both conflict and inspiration, with viewers reminiscing about the days when Taylor's influence was unmistakable in Stephies' own spice and resilience. Nostalgia and the power of soap opera memory. Soap operas are unique in their ability to evoke nostalgia, with viewers forming deep, long-lasting attachments to characters and actors. The memory of Taylor Hayes as portrayed by previous actresses, particularly Hunter Tylo, looms large in the collective consciousness of the fanbase. For many, Taylor is not just a character but a symbol of a bygone era when the show's storytelling was at its most compelling and emotionally resonant. This nostalgia is amplified by the cyclical nature of soap opera casting, where characters often disappear and reappear, sometimes with new faces. The shock of seeing a familiar character return with a different actor can be both thrilling and disorienting, prompting comparisons to earlier portrayals and sparking debates over who best embodies the role. In Taylor's case, the longing for a return to form is palpable, with fans expressing a desire for a recast who can recapture the magic of the past while bringing something fresh to the table. The case for Stacy Haduk: chemistry, experience, and fan endorsement. Amidst the ongoing debate, a growing chorus of fans has rallied behind the idea of casting Stacy Haduk as the new Taylor Hayes. Haduk, known for her work on other daytime dramas, is praised for her acting range, on-screen chemistry with key cast members, and her ability to portray complex, emotionally charged characters. Supporters argue that she would bring a much-needed sense of gravitas and maturity to the role, bridging the gap between Taylor's storied past and the demands of contemporary storytelling. Fans have also pointed to Haduk's prior collaborations with Torsten K., who plays Ridge Forrester, as evidence of her suitability for the part. Their shared history on other soaps, combined with Haduk's reputation for delivering nuanced, compelling performances, has fueled speculation that she could reinvigorate Taylor's character and restore her to a central position in the show's narrative tapestry. Rebecca Budig's casting, a polarizing decision and its ripple effects. The decision to cast Rebecca Budig as Taylor Hayes was met with immediate and widespread reaction. While some praised Budig's talent and professionalism, others questioned the fit, citing her youthful appearance and lack of established ties to the character's history. Critics noted that Budig appeared to be nearly the same age as Jacqueline MacInnes Wood, who plays Taylor's daughter Steffi, leading to concerns about believability and continuity. Despite these reservations, Budig's performance has been recognized for its commitment and energy. Industry observers have acknowledged her efforts to establish new dynamics with the existing cast, particularly in scenes involving Ridge and Steffi. Yet, the sense of disconnection between Budig's Taylor and the character's storied legacy has persisted, fueling ongoing calls for a recast that would better align with fans' expectations.